use the past continuous? We use the past continuous when we want to refer to actions that happened in the past and continued for a period of time. For example, they were looking at the painting for a long time. What were you thinking? I was having breakfast when he arrived. Let's see the structure. Affirmative. Subject plus was or were plus main verb ending in ing and object. Example: I was studying at the library. Negative. Subject plus was or were plus not plus main verb ending in ing plus object. Example: they weren't studying at home. Question: was or were plus subject plus main verb ending in ing plus object plus question mark. Were you studying at home? Negative question: was or were plus not plus subject plus main verb ending in ing plus object plus question mark. Example: weren't you studying at home? Answers: yes, I was. No, I was not. What is the Spanish equivalent tense? In Spanish, this is not really a tense. It is called perifrase verbal durativa. Example: I was studying in the library. Estuve o estaba estudiando en la biblioteca. The past continuous can also be translated as the pretérito imperfecto. Example: I don't know what he was saying. No sé lo que él decía. Getting more fluency. The past continuous is a relatively simple tense to learn and reproduce, so we will concentrate on learning sentences by heart to gain fluency. As there aren't many examples of the past continuous in one chapter, I have listed sentences in this tense that can be found in the first 15 chapters of the audiobook. Please listen to them and repeat them aloud. Remember that you're transforming your way of speaking in order to sound more natural and fluent. Therefore, it is important that you pay attention to all the details. Basil Hallward was sitting admiring the painting. Basil Hallward was sitting admiring the painting. He was sitting at the piano. He was sitting at the piano. The Duchess of Harley, who was sitting in front. The Duchess of Harley, who was sitting in front. As he was going out of the door. As he was going out of the door. While we were sitting next to each other. While we were sitting next to each other. We didn't know what he was saying. We didn't know what he was saying when Dorian was having breakfast. When Dorian was having breakfast. As Sybil Vane was lying dead. As Sybil Vane was lying dead. He was sweating. He was sweating. He thought about the harm he was doing to his soul. He thought about the harm he was doing to his soul. Dorian Gray was returning home from Lord Henry's. Dorian Gray was returning home from Lord Henry's. I was very interested in seeing you. I was very interested in seeing you. The horrible things they were saying about Dorian Gray. the horrible things they were saying about Dorian Gray. The young man was leaning against the wall, looking indifferent. The young man was leaning against the wall, looking indifferent. Dorian Gray was crying next to the window. Dorian Gray was crying next to the window. The painter who was sitting on a chair. The painter who was sitting on a chair. He was leaving for Paris by train at midnight. He was leaving for Paris by train at midnight. He was going to be away from England for a long time. He was going to be away from England for a long time. The young man was sleeping in his bed. The young man was sleeping in his bed. He was regretting having come. He was regretting having come. A revolver was pointing at his head. A revolver was pointing at his head. He was shaking from head to toe. He was shaking from head to toe. To sum up, the past continuous is an easy tense to learn and reproduce, so it is a good idea to repeat sentences in this tense to increase your fluency and improve your pronunciation. Homework. Continue looking for the past continuous from chapter 16 to 19. Try to ask and answer questions aloud using the sentences that you find in the past continuous. For example, a revolver was pointing at his head. Was a revolver pointing at his head? Yes, it was. No, it wasn't.